At the age of 10, my guest found himself entrenched in a lifestyle of gang activity. But here to share how God's voice spared him from death, I'm welcoming Timothy Nastis. It's good to have you here today.
Yeah, it's good being here.
Yeah, it's an honor. Now, you've experienced so much at such a young age. You're born in Lloydminster, grew up in Onion Lake First Nation. Describe the type of person you were, Timothy.
I was a rebellious type of person. I never wanted to follow rules. I grew up amongst my brothers who, taught me what it was like to survive out there. And, when I watched them all go to jail one by one, it was, I had to protect myself in some way. And so I started joining these gangs. And from there, I started doing some dirt for them.
In the midst of all that, you said that you threw up a prayer to God regarding a relationship.
Yeah.
And it was answered.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
I just remember praying to God, coming home, and I was telling him, I gave like mad detail about what I wanted. And he just, about a week later, I met this girl.
And she actually was a good girl who
Yeah.
helped you open your heart.
She was actually the one who I only let into my heart. At age 10, I never knew what love was. I was bouncing around, just messing with girls, breaking their hearts and whatnot. She knew who I was, what my past was, and she knew that wasn't really me. She knew that I come from a bad life. She wanted to change that, so I allowed her into my heart. All we did was just talk about each other's life, and I felt like our spirits connected real powerfully, and we never say anything, we never tell each other we loved each other, but we knew we did. So.
Like a soulmate.
Yeah.
And you're in high school at the time. They kick you out of school because of all their involvement with the gangs, and you leave kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
What happened after you left high school?
I ended up going out with my homies. We ended up doing a B&E. I get caught for it. They pin it on me. I have a lot of my homies telling me, what, cops are coming for you. They're looking for you. So I ended up just taking off for a year. I didn't tell anybody. So when I came home was the day they actually buried her. And when I came home, I thought, okay, you know what? I'm gonna settle down. I'm gonna get my life right. I'm gonna tell this girl, I love you. I'm gonna express all this. And wow, it's like the world just punched me right there. It gave me the hardest hit ever, and it broke me. I wasn't the same after that, so might as well just go out with a bang, So I can't do anything to myself, so I'm gonna make somebody do something. And I was just out there just causing trouble, just wanting to fight, make it escalate, just get into the worst situations ever. And I really never wanted to be on earth after that. Alcohol wasn't really helping. I needed something stronger. The drugs started coming. It just started escalating to new drugs. This time I was an addict, a drug addict now. My mom became a Christian 6 years later. She was really trying to convince me to go to church. She got most of my family into church. I told her, you know what, I'm not going to church, that's not me. You know where I came from, you know how I grew up, what God did to me, how He damaged me. She started getting up, started telling me about God, and I told her, no, Mom, that's what are you doing? That's a whole other thing. I don't see what God has to do with this. This is real. And she was telling me, no, you need to give your life to God. He can stop all this. I told her, Mom, okay, this is it. I'm gonna go to church with you. I just remember sitting way at the back of the church, not wanting to be seen by anybody. But the pastor kept looking at me I remember him saying, if there's anybody who would like to give their life to God, now is the time, come up here. And by the time I got up to the altar, I was just telling God, you know what, I'm gonna give my life to you, but I come from a street life where I cannot cry in front of anybody. And I will not cry for you either. And because of how broken my heart was, he showed me his true power that moment, that very second when everybody laid hands on me, prayed for me, asked me if I was giving my life to God. I told him yes. I said with an honest heart. I felt him put his hand on my heart, and he healed it. And
Just like that.
yeah, like I felt things that I never felt before,
Like what?
like love for the first time, like after 10 years, like because this girl that I lost, she was what actually led me to know what love was. And I felt like when I lost her, I didn't know, like that was it. That's love, you know. But then I seen the power of God. His love was much deeper. It's powerful. And you know, when I gave my life to him, that everything switched. My whole lifestyle. It's about April, sometime in April, me and my mom and my sister ended up getting baptized together, and they've been waiting for a while for that. I started looking at my reserve like I want to change them, because I know I've been a big influence on them on the bad side, and I kind of want to bring this lifestyle of what God did for me and apply it to them.
It's powerful. And Timothy, if you had an audience right now, which you do, you got all those young people who are in a similar situation as you, what would be your message about Christ to them?
I believe that if you really put your trust in God, He will deliver. He'll say what He's meant to do. He loves you that much, and He will change anything.
It's powerful. Thank you so much, Timothy, for joining us today.
Yeah, you're welcome.